kids for payment, and then the ASFA that pays them for taking them away. So right at the get-go, they decide this is a family first kid that will get resources through Youth Fund. This kid is a ASFA kid because they're poor, and so they get to be taken away and put in foster care because of how the funding works. One set of kid qualifies for one set of funding, the other one qualifies the other. One takes kids away, one puts them together. We have systematic racism because we have systematic targeting of poor children for entry into foster care over and over and over and over.
I'm a survivor of criminal CPS. They kidnapped me from my dad, who was a veteran of the military. They trafficked me into child sex trafficking until I was 7. Then they tried to adopt me out. When I told my mom, my foster mom, what happened, they told her, oh, you can't take care of her no more. You're believing all of her stuff. Then they put me in a mental hospital, tied me down to beds and drugged me and told me that didn't happen to me. I met my parents when I was 16 and they told my dad I was dead.
Wow.
So they tried to change my name and my social security number and tried to brainwash me.
That's a lot of the sex
This
trafficking.
really does happen.
That
They do to kids in the system that most people know nothing about.
Right.
Most of them are dead. They kill themselves on drugs or they get trafficked or something. I survived. I survived.
You survived to fight.
What's your name?
My name is Dawn.
Your name? Wendy.
Kathleen Arthur, and look up this. Look at a federal case from the 9th Federal District, number 15-55563. Social workers stole. They kidnapped Miss America's children, Deanna Fogarty, Miss California. They stole her children, and they lied, and they planted evidence to take them. And they went to court. It took them 10 years and $10 million. They finally won recently. But because of hearsay has evolved into what's called the right to lie. So the social workers were claiming that they had the right to lie and plant evidence in order to take the child. And it wasn't until it got to that 9th Federal District with Miss America's children that they decided that no, they can't lie and take the children with immunity. So we really have had a couple big breaks with the FBI and then the Deanna Fogarty, and then most people also didn't know, but on the day Donald Trump got impeached, the Pope slipped in that they were no longer going to stop people from reporting priests for sex trafficking. Did you hear about that? So there's been a few things that have happened recently that's going to really help to break the dam that's been going on.
This doesn't affect just white people. It affects black people and Mexican people and
But
all
poor
of us.
people, it's systematic poverty.
All of us. All of us. All of our children are subjected to this. All of us.
Oh, and why don't they speak up? Because gag orders.
Yeah, gag orders. Yeah.
They're scared.
Yeah, exactly. They do have gag orders.
You got
The
their
judges
kids.
put gag orders on the family,
Yeah.
and they're not allowed to speak up, or they go to jail.
Right. They
Our
do.
federal government is funding those little kids in cages, and the state that they're in get so much money, so many federal dollars to have cows.
Your tax dollar pays for child trafficking.
Isn't that
all
amazing?
levels.
Literally, it was. $9 billion out of $10 billion in foster care dollars was going to unregulated group trafficking, and that's where all the sex trafficking is
And I hate
coming
mean
to break
group
it to you,
homes?
but most people
In
don't
the
know
group
how to sleep
homes?
with
I
children.
wonder if that ties in with Epstein when they killed
It
him. I
does,
think they killed him.
actually.
They did because
But not with them, actually. Ironically, it's the other end. It's those girls who are more middle to low middle income that did not qualify for ASFA. Those are the girls that ended up sex trafficked because when they would call for the abuse in the home, nobody could come out. And so eventually that class of girl, there's a lot of organizations now coming out for children who did not get any services and should have. So they're over double dipping one poor population, and then they're completely not serving the other, and it's just really turning out
I mean,
bad.
that's the funding aspect of it. I deal with more of the, the sex trafficking aspect of it. The child sex trafficking, and then once a girl gets old enough to, like, let's say she emancipates out, what are her options when she emancipates out? She usually goes into the sex trade somewhere.
Right, and then they have no
And then
other
she's
options.
vulnerable
Or
to
family.
pimps or whoever because she doesn't have no one.
She has no family.